We all hear about the incredible efficiency AI promises, right? But what's the real cost? We're about to dig into a critical research report from Virtualization Options LLC that pulls back the curtain on the hidden and honestly terrifying dangers of rushing into AI-driven workforce reduction. This is a conversation every single leader needs to be having right now.
Okay, before we dive in, a quick but really important heads up. What we're doing here is the introduction to a 10-part overview of a massive research report. Over the whole series, we're going to touch on the intro, all 10 chapters, and the final conclusion. So naturally, we're just scratching the surface. And you know the drill, but I have to say it, this isn't legal advice, it doesn't come with any kind of warranty, and you should always consult with qualified legal professionals who know the rules where you do business, all right? Let's get into it.
So with that out of the way, let's start with the question that sits right at the very heart of this report. What if the biggest, shiniest promise of AI is actually its biggest trap? Just let that sink in for a second. It's a really powerful idea, and it perfectly sets up the tension we're about to explore.
So how does this trap get set in the first place? Well, it all starts with what the report calls the efficiency trap. And to really understand why so many smart companies are rushing headfirst into AI-driven cuts, you first have to appreciate the absolutely immense pressure their leaders are under.
The report makes it really clear that these aren't just rash, crazy decisions. As this quote spells out, there are powerful forces at play here. You've got investors, you've got market analysts, you've got the board, all demanding immediate results and proof that you're cutting costs. That creates a huge incentive to go for aggressive automation.
And here's what that pressure looks like in the real world. A staggering 73% of executives admit that the need to hit their quarterly earnings numbers is their main strategic constraint. I mean, when you're forced to live your life in 90-day sprints, it's pretty easy to see how the long-term picture can get dangerously out of focus.
And this relentless short-term focus, well, it leads directly to the core danger that the report warns about, the very real risk of hollowing out your company from the inside out. This is the point where the chase for efficiency starts to actively destroy the things that actually make a business valuable.
You see, a company's real strength isn't something you can see on an org chart. The report calls it the invisible web of expertise. And it's brilliant. Think about it. We're talking about those veteran employees who know exactly who to call, who remember why some system was built a certain way 10 years ago, who can handle any bizarre customer problem you throw at them, and who train the next generation. AI can't do any of that. When you cut these people, you're not just cutting costs, you're basically severing the company's central nervous system.
And here's where the strategy completely falls apart. In a pilot, AI looks like a genius, right? But that's because it's in a clean room environment with perfect data and tons of humans watching its every move. But the second you roll that same system out into the messy, chaotic real world with incomplete data, zero oversight, and a million weird edge cases, it just fails. And the worst part? By then, the experienced people who could have fixed it are already gone.
Okay, all this sounds bad, obviously, but leaders are often focused on one thing. So the report asks the critical multi-million-dollar question: what does this hollowing out actually do to the balance sheet?
And the answer, frankly, is devastating. This next section is all about the real bottom line, and it uses anonymized case studies to show the absolutely catastrophic financial fallout when these big AI initiatives go wrong. So let's start with this one, a case study of a regional bank. They decided they were going to automate their customer service department. They wanted to compete with all the new slick digital native banks. And on the surface, it sounded like a really smart modern move. And the carrot they dangled in front of the board was incredibly seductive. They were told this move would save the company $28 million. Not once, every single year. I mean, with a number like that, you can see why they jumped at it. But the reality turned into a financial nightmare. It ended up costing the bank over $85 million just to clean up the mess. That is more than 3 times the projected annual savings all spent just trying to get back to where they started. And the damage went so far beyond just the money. Their Net Promoter Score, a key measure of customer happiness, absolutely cratered, dropping 41 points. Customers fled, pulling over $350 million in deposits out in a single quarter. Call wait times exploded from a reasonable 4 minutes to 37 minutes. The CEO was forced out, and board members found themselves getting personally sued by angry shareholders. Just a total catastrophe. And if you think that bank story is just a one-off, think again. Now look at this number, $2.1 billion. That is the amount of market value that was just wiped out at a major manufacturing company that went down a nearly identical path.
So what happened? They automated their production and quality control, and the quality immediately collapsed. Product defects more than quadrupled. Their single biggest customer, who was almost a quarter of their revenue, threatened to just walk away. The stock price fell off a cliff, down 68%, and then came the inevitable class action lawsuit for securities fraud, all in the name of efficiency.
This kind of fallout isn't just a corporate problem. It gets personal, fast. The report makes it very, very clear that for the executives and board members who signed off on these plans, the stakes go way beyond the company's stock price. We're talking about their personal reputation, their careers, and even their personal assets.
You see, the legal landscape here is shifting. Courts aren't letting leaders just hide behind the old business judgment rule anymore. If you approve a short-sighted AI plan without doing the proper homework, you can be held personally liable for breaching your duty to the company. If you fail to oversee the system and it causes real harm, that's on you. And if the AI turns out to be discriminatory or you mislead investors about how well it's working, that's fraud. Your personal freedom and your finances are on the line.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, if it fails, we'll just fix it. But one of the most chilling parts of this report is this next section. It explains exactly why trying to recover from one of these failures is exponentially harder and more expensive than just getting it right the first time.
This chart shows you the brutal math. The cost to recover, that's rehiring people, redesigning systems, repairing your brand, settling lawsuits, is typically 2 to 4 times the budget of the original project that failed. So you're not just losing your initial investment, you are multiplying your losses.
And that's because the initial ROI math leaves out all these hidden costs. They don't put a number on the cost of product returns, the productivity you lose when all your institutional knowledge walks out the door, the damage to your brand as an employer, or the massive opportunity cost when your entire leadership team is stuck managing a crisis instead of building the future. But look, this report isn't just about doom and gloom. Its purpose is to be constructive. So it finishes by laying out a strategic alternative, a real path forward for leaders who want to capture the incredible value of AI without gutting their own companies. And the core message here is so important. This is not an anti-AI report. It is a pro-strategy report. The whole goal is to push for a thoughtful, measured approach where AI is used to enhance and empower your people, which makes your whole organization stronger, not weaker. It's about making smart decisions that protect everyone, including the leaders at the top. And that leaves us with the final, critical question that every leader has to answer. Is AI a tool to enhance your most valuable asset, your people, or is it simply a tool to replace them? According to this research, the answer you choose, well, that's what's going to determine your future.